He's fighting one of the most experienced men ever to compete in regional Anzac MMA. It's for the Hex lightweight title, and we've got him here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event.
Live from HBF Stadium Festival Hall. Melbourne Pavilion. Not even backstage, we're literally outside.
Was that the best fight card in Australian MMA history?
Call me crazy, but make sure you call me when I'm right.
Be good if the Aussie MMA Instagram page would give us a bit of glow up because...
Welcome to the Australian MMA podcast. My name is Mitchell Tinley and today's guest is none other than Nikos Trepca. He's a man that's been around for well over a decade. He's the brother of highly touted prospect Arte Trepca, and he's taking on Kieran Joblin, the stone cutter out of City Kickboxing, the renowned City Kickboxing, of course, Israel Adesanya, Dan Hooker. Kieran Joblin recently beat Justin Van Heerden, who's a stud himself, and claimed the Hex lightweight title, and Nikos Trepca is trying to take it off him May 31st at Melbourne Pavilion for Hex Fight Series 35. Nikos Trepca, stud of a wrestler, just gritty, great guy as well. So we find out a little bit about his life, kind of why you should sort of get behind him, what you can expect. Look at the records. If you look at the records, it probably doesn't look like the most intriguing matchup in terms of experience versus experience, but Trepca is... a phenomenal grappler, and so is Kieran. So if you're a mixed martial arts fan and you like seeing the sort of chess matches unfold, then I reckon this one is for you a little bit. So we're going to hear from Nikos Trepca. But first, if you need any insurance for gyms and events and maybe you just want an insurer that understands the sport, make sure you hit up combatsportsinsurance.au. And of course, Vex MMA for all your gear, your shirts and rashies and stuff for kicking people in the head. Bloody really nailing these ads. And another thing that we want to thank that is helping the show sort of continue on is, of course, our gym partner, DCA, the home of Australian MMA champion Anthony Drillich and other aspiring athletes. Make sure you hit up Drillich Combat Academy to find out more. So, guys, without further ado, on the other side, it's a man competing for the Hex lightweight title. It's Nikos Trepca.
And we'd like to take the time to thank our gym partner, DCA, the home of Australian MMA champion Anthony Drillich and aspiring athletes. If you'd like to know more, head to drillichcombatacademy.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Man, I've wanted to chat to for quite some time. Nikos Trepca, who's taking on Kieran Joblin for the Hex lightweight championship. Mate, welcome.
Good morning, brother. How are you?
I'm good. How does it feel after, all the years to finally get the opportunity?
I don't know, man. I'm just being in the moment. I'm not gonna lie and everything. For me, I don't really care about whatever, I'm literally just being in the moment. It's about me this time, it's just being in the moment. That's it. Doesn't really title, no title. There's an amazing opportunity to fight such a big name like Kieran, big respect for his resume and stuff. And it's just a good opportunity for me to showcase my skills.
Did you expect to get a title shot after your last fight?
Well, you know how it came up to the table. So I was going through when the fight Kieran against Justin was announced. There were what's his name? Raffles Scott. He posted he commented underneath, and he's like, "Oh, after an amazing performance, blah blah blah. Basically, after beating me, he wants to fight the winner."
And they thought, yeah, cool. And then you beat him, and you get the title shot.
Yeah, something like that. And also, the last year or so, because of all the major promotions jumping in, if you've noticed, the scene is a little bit shaken and everything is like boom, 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 changing so quick. Like this guy's got this opportunity here, this guy, and then from being like, oh, hold on a second, now you're not supposed, man, all the top guys are like disappearing. They're like going to like big promotions like this, And there is not just the UFC, there's so many promotions with like good payrolls and stuff. And I think, the top people deserve that for all the years of work they've put in. And it's a bit of a shaken environment at the moment. That's what I personally see, with all the promotions in Australian region scene. That's what's happening. That's what I say, you know.
So you think you got a little bit lucky? Is that what you're saying?
Uh, Not so much lucky, but it's like when I started competing when I was competing in wrestling, you know, coach used to say, used to always tell us, don't worry, your time will come. Your time will come. No matter what, your time will come. You just keep doing your work, your time will come. And I feel for every person that's in the sport and he's been working hard, the time will come no matter what. If they stay the course, the time will come. You know what I mean? To shine one way or the other, you know? I don't really call things luck. Luck would be me chilling and on fight week getting a phone call. Hey, Nikos, we desperately need you to jump and fill in the card for whatever reason this happened. And then I'll be like, oh, shit. Okay, that's luck, you know?
And, mate, you've got like a handful of fights, but over a decade. Why sort of you've got a few little breaks in there? Like what happened? Did you take time off fighting, or have you just sort of casually sort of taken fights throughout your career?
Well, it's a funny one. Uh, I was never really committed full time into it for whatever reasons, you know. So Coach Amin was always on top of my head, forcing me since I was young, you know, you got to do this, you can make it, blah, blah, blah. And I was always like, yes, coach. But behind the scene, I was never 100% listening or anything, you know. So my first break was after my loss in China, 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after that fight, I had my worst preparation for that camp. And I didn't really train for it or anything. I was just wandering, partying and stuff. Anyways, so after that fight, I was just I didn't have the drive, you know? So I just wanted to do my own things, working here and there. And then I had to go back to Europe. Yep. For a little bit time, take time off from Australia. Yep. And for personal reasons. Anyways, and I ended up staying in Germany, and I saw my dad after so many years.
Yeah.
Yeah, had to meet him a little bit, we chatted and stuff. It was good. And then I went to Greece and I did my military service just to get it out of the way, you know, because otherwise it's a little bit complicated. If you don't do your service, later on in life, if you go back, you can't really do much. You just need that certificate, or you need to have done something with it. Yeah. So I was in the special forces for around a year. Good training. I learned a lot, you know, life skills and stuff. It's like a school camping. Yeah.
That's cool.
Greek army. The people think much of it. I call it school camping. Training camps. Training camps with Coach Amin is a lot harder. That's special forces.
Yeah, I could imagine. Well, I mean, who are the Greeks in war with currently? What are they doing?
Oh, nothing. You just got to do the army because supposedly the countries around you, you know, potential. So if something happens and they call you, you got to go. You know, you got to go. So at least you got a basic military training. In one year, you're not learning anything. Trust me. I'm telling you.
Would you go if they called and there was a war? Would you go?
I feel, you know, what's the we know how corrupted the system is, blah blah blah. But because they brainwash you, I've been brainwashed. I'll go. You know, I will still go. I'm one of those ships that I will just go. You know, I'll just go just to serve. You know, just for the country. I'll do it. I'll go die happily. I'm one of those guys. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I stayed there for a year, and then I stayed for another year, and then I came back to Melbourne. I want to speed that up so I don't waste your time with that. And then COVID happened. I had another knee surgery. COVID finished. I had one fight. Then I had a second fight. And then when I was about to make another appeal, I had a health issue. I had a health issue in one of my weight cuts. I finished my cut. I faced off. And then I went home. I had my rehydration and everything. And then at the same night, I woke up midnight and I was pretty much all my fluids were like out of. I've lost all the fluids that I've regained. I don't remember what they called it, what I had. And then I went to the next day on fight day. I was like, no, I'm okay. And I ended up going to the hospital. I had 4 liters of IV and I still couldn't go to the toilet, to the bathroom.
wow.
So I was like comatose for 2 days. Yeah. And then I woke up and I was like, yeah, maybe that's enough for me, Maybe I shouldn't do more of it. And then I got engaged,
Mm.
bought a house, got into the matrix. I entered the matrix, pretty much. And then I had a baby a year ago, and then I was just like, I got to provide. And then I had an opportunity for Fusion Fight Series on week notice. Coach Amin asked me if I wanted to fill in for, it was the title for under 75 kgs.
Lucky, yeah.
That was a lucky one. But listen to this. It's me helping my brother Liam, the boys fighting. It's me sitting on the side just helping everyone. And coach calls me. I'm not training. I'm eating all the good food. I'm smoking. I'm drinking. I'm just enjoying my life, And coach is like, oh, 5 days notice against this guy, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking, I'm like, fuck, my gas bill is like $1,200 at the time. And I was just angry. I'm like, why do I have to pay all that money for gas so expensive? Home gas bill. So I hear the purse that they were offering for that 7 minute slapping combat thing, jiu-jitsu. And the boys looked after me from the promotion. I appreciate it. Thank you so much to Josh and the boys. And yeah, I said, yes, let's do it. Just don't go to my back. 7 minutes, I can handle it. Let's go. Boom. We go in, we win this. And then coach is like, you know what? You're fighting. And here we are. That's it.
Well, do you love it still?
With all these obstacles, things at the moment are like 10 times harder with all the life commitments. I'm doing 2 jobs at the same time. You got a family? Do you have a family?
Yeah. It's and like juggling it all. It becomes you look back to when you were 20, when I used to train when I was 20, and I thought I was like busy or tired, and I look back down, I'm like, oh, you idiot.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. You know exactly. I don't need to say much. So with all these obstacles and everything everything is harder for some reason though, I'm just loving it. I'm loving it more now than I did all these years.
Yeah. Because you appreciate it more. Like and you know how much time you've got left in a weird way. When you're 20, you think you can do this forever, and when you get a little bit older, you realize, okay, cool. Like title shots are real rare. You know what I mean? Like this opportunity that you've got, like, is a rare opportunity type thing, and you only get so many of them in life. Not just the sport, but in life, these opportunities to really go like, oh, I'm at like the top of something. So yeah, I think it's really, really cool. Would you have done it? Would you have done your career any differently?
I say I would have done it more like how my brother is doing it.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, talk about your brother. Your brother's an absolute, like, one of the top prospects in the sport, and at times it feels like you've almost given up a bit of your career to help his.
Yeah, of course. And I wouldn't change a thing. Not only for my brother, but also for my teammates. I would do it again. If I had to, I'll still do it, If one of us can rise, I'll happily sacrifice my career and time. And I say that again and again. Everybody knows me for that,
Do you enjoy coaching?
Listen, it's hard when I got something booked, because when I'm about to fight, I feel it's normal. I don't know. Other people can coach and stuff, but for me, when I'm getting ready for my fights and stuff, I'm like self-coaching myself in my brain, because I've done so much coaching for the boys. I'm like thinking, what should Nikos do to win this fight? What is this guy gonna do exactly in detail? Because that's what I'm good at. I'm good at taking so in Ari's last fight and Liam's last amateur fights,
Yeah.
for Liam in backstage, I predicted exactly how he's gonna finish the guy, and we were working on the pads, and there's a clip of it, I think.
Oh, really? You
And
and Liam Gusty doing you predicted how he'd win.
yeah, so I was saying we're gonna play the mirror thing. You're gonna kick us. The guy was a southpaw. Kick for kick, kick for kick. When he comes back with a kick, boom, lunge in. You're gonna drop him. Boom, rocks him, and then goes for the finish. And I was just losing my mind. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, you know. So coaching. Yes, I love coaching, but Josh is better than me, I believe.
Yeah, like I mean, how long have you been with Josh Tremboli?
Since day one, we've been with Coach Amin. I don't know if you've met Coach in person and stuff. I've been with Coach Amin 14 years.
Yeah, that's crazy. I heard some great stories about Artie was telling some great stories about how, there's times where he wasn't sure if he wanted to fight or continue, and he's such a good mentor in not just fighting but in life.
Yes. He is. He's coming from a very raw place, you know. These people, it's like a different earth, you know. They grow up different, you know. And we coming from the Western world, Europeans, you know, and over here down in Australia, we're very privileged.
Yeah.
But for them, you know, they would die. Those people would die for a chance to like showcase their skills on a screen, you know. And they got a different drive, you know, and it's just yeah. So I appreciate it. We should appreciate our opportunities and chances to shine and live life over here. You know, so coach is and he showed that from his character, how he's built his team and his accomplishments through his team. You know, without he's created champions, and not only inside the cage and the ring and the mat, but also out in life. You know, if you know any of coach's students, we all like. This is us, you know. No one is like no egos. We don't need to say something. I don't know, but that's what I see. Me and the other boys, we don't need to tell how good we are or you know to like act like it. You know, we just if it is something, we'll show it with our skills, and yeah, that's it.
In the training room, do you still beat up Artie like he's your little brother, or has he got you now?
He smashes me. I love it. You know, it's weird. Training is training. Fighting is different to training. You know, I tell Larry, you can beat me up as much as you want in training. You know, Coach Amin is like, I'd bet my house on Ari you'd smash you in a fight if you guys have to fight each other. And I said, Coach, yes, maybe, but if the fight was in the parking lot, there's no chance Ari would beat me. Out of 10, 0 chances I give you. I would eat him alive, any chance, you know.
How far do you think Arte Trepca is going to go in this sport?
It's amazing with this. What I like with my brother, he's I've made so many mistakes in the sport and in life, you know, myself, and Arte's been able to learn from my mistakes. Okay, so he's one of those guys. He learns without the mistakes happening to himself. I don't know how to explain that, you know. So that's a very good thing to have as a person, you know. So some people are like, no, I'll still do it my way, and then boom, oh, okay. But I is like, I'll tell him, Ari, focus on this, do that, you know. Okay, Nikos, all right. Yeah. And then that's what he said to me one day. He's like, I've learned a lot. He's like, from your mistakes and stuff. So yeah, and that's I believe he's gonna go far as far as he wants to go with fighting. You know, he's got all the time in the world. The scene is not how it was 10 years ago, 12 years ago when I started.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't fight in rings anymore. We fight in the cage. And the opportunity, there's so much more opportunity to rise. You know, the right fights, a lot more data in the sport. You know, it's not as raw as it was. The structure and the recipe is it starts getting more clear, and you can see that with how much pure talent Australia is producing at the moment, and New Zealand, of course.
Yeah.
A lot of rising stars coming from down under, and it's amazing. I'm loving it. Everybody. I was in Greece last year for a holiday, and everybody's been talking about Australian MMA. Oh, you guys crazy down there, blah blah blah. So it's good.
That's cool. That's cool. Now, mate, May 31st, how does this fight with Kieran Joblin go? What's your prediction?
Um, listen, this is you putting me in the spot. I never like to talk about this stuff. That's why I say I'm not good at that stuff. Listen, he's I got big respect for such a guy. He's been around for so long, and I was just going through his resume. I'm like, holy moly, this guy's got it all. Like he's done it all. He's experienced every single level. I know he's gonna try boom boom boom, the city kickboxing style. Boom boom boom, try grapple me and stuff. I know he's very experienced on 5-rounders. Okay, so he's got a lot more experience from it. I watched his last fight with Justin. He can control his pace and everything. Good. He can come back. He was down 2 rounds, came back to edge the victory. Okay, so that says a lot about how his brain operates. I try to look at everything when I'm analyzing my opponents, and I like that. But I see a lot of similarities in his style and my style. Yep. And yeah, I'm just gonna do my thing before he does his thing. That's all it. I'm gonna try implement my game plan before he does his. I'm sure Eugene and the team there, they've been working on, you're fighting a wrestler, blah blah blah. But so yeah, let's see. That's it.
Awesome. And finally, before I let you go, after it's all said and done, how does Nikos Trepca want to be remembered in mixed martial arts?
Crazy, huh? I want to be remembered, huh? As someone that had so many breaks and still coming back now. Man, just a normal guy, just another boy another grinder, another grinder that didn't give up, didn't give up. He still chased his dream, that young dream, and a grinder. I just want to be remembered as a grinder, just grinding through obstacles and stuff and trying to shine, That's it.
Awesome, man. All right, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. We both know how busy life can be, so thank you so much, and I'll see you in Melbourne.
Done. I'll see you then, brother. Have a good day. Thank you so much. Take care.